hello. This is Tonya R Lewis, and y'all know what I am. Y'all know who I am. This is the Diary of Dating Over 50. Y'all, I got a big one for y'all tonight. Okay, I call it the big debate. He said, she said, and I have three amazing people. I even slid a comedian in there, y'all. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. And the first person I would like to introduce, normally it's men, is ladies first, but we're gonna go with the gentleman. One of my homeboys, he gonna introduce himself. Go with it, Nelson.
Good evening. It's nice to meet you guys. Nelson Kimball from Hamilton, Ohio. Um, Still doing construction work. Love it, like it. May retire next year. We'll see what the Lord has in store.
Okay.
But I'm excited to be on here. And next.
Thank you. Thank y'all. All right. Okay. Then we have our lovely comedian, Black Coffee. Introduce yourself, my dear.
Hi, I'm Black Coffee. I'm a comedian here in Atlanta, Georgia, but I am also a social worker. So, yeah,
Oh.
I have to do something to keep the health insurance going, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Till the Medicare kick in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. All right. And y'all, this young lady has made my show international. The Diary of Dating Over 50 is international with this show right here. I love her, Miss Wendy, and from the Dominican Republic.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you all? Hey,
Introduce her. Give us a little bit about yourself.
I am Miss Wendy. I am living here in Dominican Republic by way of Columbus, Ohio, and Atlanta, Georgia. Hey,
I know you was from Richmond, Ohio.
I'm born
That's
and
why
raised in
God is
Columbus,
so good.
Ohio. I'm Ohio player.
Okay. Okay, well, we get ready to jump dead into it, y'all. We get ready to get right into it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about he said, she said. We're gonna get the male's opinion and we're gonna get the lady's opinion, okay? And so my first question is, what is the biggest challenge you think people face while dating after 50? And we're gonna start with Mr. Nelson. What you think, Nelson? The biggest challenge.
The biggest challenge, I guess what we were talking about earlier, someone with energy, willingness, and commitment to make a relationship work. Trying to date, some still just date for fun. I don't date. I don't date for fun. I'm past that. I
What are
think
you dating for?
marriage. I think
Okay.
marriage is the key goal. And it should be the key goal, but to each his own. And I try to make it clear and plain with whomever if I meet someone. But yet still they seem to think, oh, I don't know if I want to get married, but they want to continue to date. And it's like I got my boundaries that I stick by, and that's what I'm
So you
going by.
you ain't gonna let them had the nookie without the cookie, huh?
No, there's none of that. No, no, no. We're not doing that. No,
Okay.
why give yourself away and you have nothing to give your future wife? You're
Ooh.
drained. You're giving
Ooh.
yourself away. The more you give to somebody else, you deplete yourself. I feel, especially after
Okay.
50. We
Okay.
we got something left, and we might want to preserve it a little bit.
Just
Instead
preserve
of
just a little bit. All
well, a lot, but whatever she needs. But you don't want to just throw it out to the wind to any old body anymore. And
right. Okay.
plus,
Miss
they got stuff
okay.
out there that'll kill you now. You can't just go get a shot for it no more. You die from some of that
Okay.
stuff to
We,
go.
we gonna we gonna get we're gonna talk more about that.
Yeah.
Miss Wendy, answer that question for me.
For me, it is now. I got two sides. I got this USA side, and I got the Dominican side. So
Mm.
let's for me to go for the Dominican side.
Okay.
Dating period. I want to say for me over 50. siphoning out who want me for me and not just want to be in love with me and want me to so they can go to the USA.
You better say
That's
it.
the most that I'm going through over here right now. Also, they're so young, 23, 21, and 33, 35, and they want to talk to me or be with me. And, it's just like, wow, because it's not the same over in the USA. So for me, for dating for me over in Atlanta, don't nobody kill me, but I'm a hairstylist. They sit in my chair and tell me everything. So it's like 100 of us to one man there.
Absolutely.
And they're allowed to have several different women, and it's okay. And that's a problem for me. So that's the dating thing. You want somebody that just wants you and only you and be loyal to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I have several clients that I do their hair that are into swinging, and I ask them, why do they allow their mate to be with other people? And their thing is they're going to cheat anyway. Why not? Let's just pick the person out together and we know about it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. We're not picking out nobody for nobody. So, and in the USA at 50 something, I'm over 55. Please have your own car, your own place.
Okay, we're going to get to that.
We're
going to get to that because I'm going to ask what's your expectation. But I need Miss Black Coffee. Throw a funny spin on that shit for me. What you think?
I'll tell you this. One of the challenges I have is, like Wendy said, the young men are trying to get with me. And I keep telling them I got a bad hip and they cannot fold me up like a taco no more. When I was 35. They do that to me no more. Now, and I tell them, look, I ain't one of them rich old cougars that's gonna cake you. I need to know you can cake me. That's what I need. So if you want to pay for some vintage stuff and date me, we can talk. But there gonna be some rules. You cannot put my heels behind my head no more, because my belly will roll up and smother me.
Okay. All right, thanks, Black Coffee. Okay, so tell me this.
That's good stuff.
So what do you think men and women expect from dating at this stage? Just give me one example and why you believe that. Come on, Miss Wendy. Go on, answer that for me.
I mean, please have your own place. And when I say that, can you not have roommates? And I know you love your mama, because I love mine too. And I know you love your kids and your best friend and your brother and your cousin. I know you love them, but I might want to walk around naked.
Absolutely.
Can you please have your own place? So you just asked me one, but I got 20. But go ahead.
Okay, give me one more. You on the roll?
Can you have a car, please? I'll be tired of driving all the time.
Okay.
I don't want to come pick you up. Can you come pick me up too?
You can't go. You go pick them up, and they'll drive your car.
Nah, no, thank you. I want my car to have a rest. Can I have a rest for a moment?
Okay, because driving around Atlanta, it beats your car down and then become expensive too.
No gas, huh?
Yeah. So Nelson, what do you expect? What give me one of your
what do I expect while dating at over 50?
Yes.
Transparency. I just need for you to be upfront, open, and honest, and allow me to make the decision on what I'm going to accept from you. As far as you telling me this is what you've been through, this is where you at, and this is what's going on in your life. Okay, now I got to make a decision on where I am in my life. Do I want this? Do I want to work with this? Do I want to possibly help out with this? But I think transparency comes, and then from that, you have to communicate and talk about where you want to be in, a couple of years from now, what you want to do. And yes, of course, finances does matter, but you would think someone 50 and over pretty much could at least pay their own way. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay, I
like I
got you.
say, I'm not
I
a
got
cake
you.
daddy. I'm not a sugar daddy. Don't even call me daddy.
Okay.
I just,
He wanted to be called. He wanted to be called Zaddy, not Daddy, baby.
no, not Zaddy either.
Okay. All right. So, you know what? I need to start an argument. So, uh, black coffee.
Uh-huh.
Is that some bullshit they talking about? What? Tell me something.
The real deal is the first thing I need is for them to be alive.
Alive.
Because there's a lot of them walk around here dead. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to do nothing, don't want to go nowhere, none of that.
That's true. That's true.
I'm one of them that like to get out. Please, please, please. You cannot have a walker on the dance floor. It's a dance.
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
Right.
The other thing, it's a lot more, you know, to do, but one of the main things.
What is
Please do not have a heart condition.
No heart condition.
Because I might not be able to put my heels over my head no more, but there's a lot of stuff I still can do. And I'm not doing no CPR after night 11. No.
Right.
Okay. No CPR, no heart, no bad heart. Okay. So tell me this, guys. Okay, so Miss Wendy, she wants somebody with driving their own car and having their own place. And Nelson said transparency. And Miss Black Coffee, she went straight to the sex, my girl. She said they don't have a bad.
I ain't got but a few more years. I ain't got but a few more years. We need to make the best of it.
So with all this being said, when you go on online dating, do you look for these things? People been sick before, or on the having the vehicle, having the transparency. How do you know? How do you navigate through online dating? Have everybody here did online dating before?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Okay,
But
so
I mean, you have to. You have to go with looks. That's the first. You see them, and it's like, okay, do I like what I see? And from there, you stalk their page a little bit, and you see what they, see what they doing, what they ain't doing, how their pictures are. You try to see some pictures that ain't all made up and glamorized too. It's like if all her pictures are glamorized, you might not want to get with her in the daytime or take her swimming first.
But wait a minute, hold on, Miss Wendy. Don't you want to put tell Nelson, you want your best pictures on your profile, right?
Definitely my best pictures. Well, but on the dating, it is different because you do put your best pictures up, but you talk to them, and I found I started video calling them. Stop playing with me. We not very. I'm gonna hit the video. You don't answer, and after 2 or 3 times I hit the video, I need to see that it's you because it is a game. The picture could be not that person, and I don't have time to. That's the word I was talking about. What's called cipher out what's true and what's not. I don't have time to keep doing all of that.
Absolutely.
So
I agree.
It's a lot of work on there because they send false stuff, and they tell you false things, and they talking to 20 other women to just see which one has got the best answers, which one is going to comment right when they text them, which one going to answer the phone right when they call. A dude told me that if she don't answer in a few minutes after I text her, next. If you don't call me back when I call you, or you don't answer, next. I said, I know that's right.
Well, you know what? We are in this world that online and social media is ruining. Do y'all remember when, because me and Nelson, we grew up in the same place. When we locked eyes, you was my motherfucking boyfriend.
Hello?
And then you sent in that note, can you put yes or no? There's no more locking eyes no more. You know what I'm saying?
This computer, I'm so old school. I'm face to face, and I'm a phone lady. I don't want to email. I don't want to text. I don't like none of that. I'm so sick of all of that, and they be mad at me because
it's the thing that gets me is one of the questions, if you do meet them and talk to them as a man, yeah, you could buy them a drink and try to talk. But the first question come out of their mouth, what kind of car you drive?
It ain't
What
no,
kind of
well,
car?
I don't do
Or
what kind of car you drive. Can you please have one? Because like she said in Atlanta, I drive 1 hour and 30 minutes to one way to work and 1 hour and
right,
30 minutes back. So that's 3
yeah,
hours every time I go to work. So can you
yeah,
please give me a break?
yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with asking for that. And those things, when I say a job in a place or a car, yes, those might be minor because you don't want nobody to fight. You don't want nobody to cheat. It's a whole bunch of things I could have said, but over 50, it's
Yeah.
20-year-olds and 19-year-olds that got their own place, their own car, their own job. Shoot, it's a
But
30-year-old
it's
trying
a
to talk to me.
difference.
Got
It's a
a
Okay.
difference.
business,
Okay.
But
you
it's a
know.
You know
difference
what?
between
Hold on.
asking what kind of car you drive or do you have a car. That's a big
Exactly.
difference of a question.
This wrong to
And
ask what kind.
I'm
Can you
saying
just have one,
when you
please?
first meet them, yeah, that's option, But when you first meet them, you talking to them, maybe you bought them a drink or you're in the grocery store, or whatever. But if one of the first questions on their mind is what
What kind
kind of car do
do
you
Kind.
drive,
people
not
ask? Wait a minute, hold
That's a
on.
no.
Do
that's
That's
people
bad.
bad.
ask? Wait a minute, hold on. Do people ask? Women ask you right off the rip what kind of car
Oh
you drive?
yeah, yeah,
Miss
yeah.
a black
Mm-mm.
coffee. Do you
Yeah.
ask a
Yeah.
man what kind of coffee? I mean, what kind of car they drive?
Oh hell no. See,
No.
you remember I told you I'm a social worker.
Yeah,
My friends call me the slasher because
the slash.
if I talk to them for 5 minutes, I already know whether I will ever speak to them again.
That's true.
How's
I
that?
can relate to that. I
How's
can
that?
relate to that.
Because I know how to do informational interviewing without them knowing that I do it.
Mm.
Okay.
That's what
Do
I had to
tell.
do
Do
as an
tell.
investigator. When I investigated CPS, I use all that stuff. And
Mm.
as
Make
far
sure
as
they didn't catch the
and
bus.
as far as the pictures on the internet, baby, they ain't got to worry about nothing because I wake up like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You know what? My producer posted on there. Make sure they didn't catch the bus to the club.
oh
Yeah,
child.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That,
Because
that
they
happens.
do.
They do. Or
They
Okay.
Uber.
do. They
Or
get
they
dropped off or
Ubering
they
it
Okay.
don't
all the
walk.
time. Yeah.
Tell me this. How can we improve dating over 50? And I'm gonna get an answer from each one of y'all. Black Coffee, tell me, how can we improve dating over 50? Just give me an example and elaborate it on a little bit. Don't go too wide, stay deep for me.
Right. Well, I'm gonna be straight. Like you said, I'm gonna be straightforward, and I'm putting the
Mhm.
comedian aside for a minute. You have to make sure that you are doing it for the right reasons, and you need to be upfront about those reasons
Mhm.
because there is no need in me trying to trick nobody and tell them this is what I want just to hear them say yes. No, that's not going to happen. I want to be like Nelly said, transparent
Mhm.
in what it is I want and what it is I need. But I also know that if I come to the table, I got to have something to put on it too.
Oh, I
Mm.
like that.
And
I
Mm.
like that. Thank
to
you.
be
Thank you.
honest with you, so many
Yeah.
women these days, think cause they cute, they done had their BBL done and
Mm.
Uh-huh.
everything, that they deserve the man driving the $100,000 car
Yeah.
and
I like
they
that.
brain just as empty as that box of cookies I had earlier.
Okay. All right. Miss Wendy, how can you improve the dating over 50 now?
I can't even say I can't even help you on improving it. I'm doing my part. I need the male figures to do their part on this, trying to talk to me.
Mm.
It's just and basically a lot of 50-year-old and up don't really talk to me.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Oh
It's
wow.
very rare that I have a 50-year-old or a 55 or 60-year-old try to talk to me or is interested in me. But
But how can you improve that? I mean, sometimes you got to take personal inventory and kind of figure out what part can I improve.
I'm
Mhm.
okay with an older man not talking to me. I prefer a younger man anyway. But
Okay,
Mm.
you're gonna say that.
There
You're
it
gonna
is.
say that.
I
That's
mean,
why. That's why she in
That's
the
a whole
DR.
I'm
Right. They
56
see
and I
that.
can't
They
stop them
see
from
that.
talking to me. And over here, the older men always talk to the younger women here. I've been over here to be 4 years in March. So all that I've seen, all the older men meaning my age, talk to young women here. And
But
the
what
young
about
men,
what about in the States?
I really don't talk to too many men there because of my attitude of, and especially in Atlanta, it's 100 of us to one of them. So that's really why when I come there, I don't really date there because of that in my head and how that they're allowed. And I've been there 25 years. I moved there April 4th, 2000. So I've been there 25 years. I do hair everywhere. I do strippers' hair, swingers' hair, boys that want to be girls' hair. I do your hair on the corner. I come to your house, do your hair. It don't matter. I know a lot. And it's really hard. I mean, they can be married with 10 kids and still have a boyfriend on the side. It's scary. So I
Okay,
really
so wait
don't
a
date
minute.
here, and I can't say how to change the dating for 50 and over. I just have to do my part
Okay.
and just pray that a man over 50 just have the essentials to live, and that be my basic thing.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I
Uh,
mean myself, I think that what I can improve in it is the continue. Because see, I don't know if y'all know MJ, but he said, "Why date somebody? Why date one person for 10 months to figure out he's not the right person or she's not the right person? Why not date several people?" Well, my thing is it's hard for me to date more than one guy.
Okay.
yeah.
Hard for
That's
me.
just me.
I'm not
It's
doing
hard.
it.
It's hard for me to just to date several. First of all, because I might
Yeah.
call the wrong one the wrong name.
Yeah.
And my brother used to tell me, Tanya, just call them all babe.
Babe.
And because I am a intimate, I go deep intimately. You
And
know
you
what I'm saying?
can't be
You
like
can't
that
do
with
that with
all people. So
you can't
I
do
got
that
that
with
too.
everybody. You know what
Mm-mm.
I'm saying? So and y'all don't be looking at me because I do. Y'all know I
I'm
so
familiar
And
with that,
I'm
did
that
and I
you
way.
think
hear
that's
how I opened
I
my
don't
set?
want to do multiples. I constantly hear that.
right.
Years ago, I was in a matchmaking group and she said it's okay to date multiples because, yes, you can date. I mean, shoot, I dated somebody 5 years. It took me 5 years to find out he wasn't the right one, even with all the red flags. So you still learning people. I did
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really learn that person thing
And
either
that was
after
what.
5 years.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
and
like
you know,
so,
I
I
said,
think
"Ooh,
what
Jerome, my name is Marvin."
that's nasty. But I
okay.
think
So Nelson,
what I think what
tell me how you can improve it. You can improve
I
it.
think you have to just show them if if you meet someone and you're talking to them, or if it doesn't work out, trust me, and if it's depending on where you are, they still see you and hear about you doing things and standing on what you stand for, standing on that your what you believe in, your boundaries, and allowing this, not allowing that. People are going to see that and they're going to have to gravitate to that or pull away from it. So
Okay.
if because people are always watching you, you never know who, but if you stand firm on what you truly believe in, then that's going to attract the correct person to you for what you're asking for and want. Now you're going to have to adjust a little bit, but that's what I believe. That's how I'm doing my best for them.
Okay.
It's
Okay. Let
Mhm.
me ask you a question, Nelson. Is Miss Wendy is Miss Wendy a woman you would hit on?
no, because she said she don't
No,
deal
no,
with older
no,
men.
no, no, no,
That was
no.
talking about before I said that. Don't do that.
You tell,
Before she
You
said all that,
know,
I'm
you no,
no,
Nelson.
don't at
as far
first when I
Before
got
she
on here,
said
don't
all that.
play
as
now.
far as looks go, yes, I would approach her and ask what's going on, what's with you, what's happening with you, or could I get you a drink and try to see how it is because looks go fade. I don't want you just for your looks.
Okay,
Looks
That's
but
right.
are
you would hit on, Miss Win,
I
Of
wouldn't
course.
say hit on her. I wouldn't say hit on her, but I
or
would
you would
approach
try.
her. Yeah, I would approach her and,
That's
would you
it.
like a
That's
drink and
it,
dance
Nelson.
or try to get in her head and see what's going on? Because from
Uh, uh,
there,
uh, Black
it goes.
Coffee. Do we need to have a session with Mister Mister? She
What?
can't do your hair, Nelly.
We
I
Yes,
got
can
I
hair in
put
other
on
can.
the
places.
social worker hat and we can get to the bottom of it. But in all seriousness, for me, I don't know if you've heard of this, but I'm a sapiosexual.
Yes,
Truly,
yes, I've heard of that
truly.
before.
You said what?
And
A sapiosexual.
I
Oh,
I
okay,
am
mental. Okay, I
attracted
get that.
to intelligence.
Conversations, yeah.
If a man can sit and talk to me and we got some intelligent conversation going,
That's special.
I might have thought he was ugly when he walked in the door, but if he know how to talk and he dressed
You got to
nice, he
talk up
smell
on something,
good,
huh?
and
I
then
get
he
that.
intelligent.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
time we finish, he'll be looking like Dwayne Johnson to me.
Hello.
I
Thank
get
you.
that.
Take my clothes off. Talk my
That's
clothes
right.
off.
Talk them right
Talk my
off the
clothes
bras
off.
off, boy.
That's
So wait a
respectable,
minute.
but
Okay.
that's my point as to what I mean, because obviously if we're single, trying to pick our certain type, it ain't working out too
Well, they
good
said
like that.
your
Mhm.
preference. Yeah.
So we need to go above and beyond that and find out. And that's why I say I'll approach you and I'll talk to you. I'll ask you to dance, but I want to find out what's going on in your
Okay,
head. I
hold
want to
on,
know where
Nelson.
your head at.
Nelson, hold on. Miss Wendy, what you got to say
Yeah.
about that?
So I had wanted to touch on two things that Nelson had said at first. And only reason I say that is because it's been so long since a man my age has talked to me. So I guess in my head it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
they don't want to talk to me. But if I had an older man or a man my age want to talk to me and seeming like he interested in me, why not? Because I've been told over and over and over, Miss Wendy, you're gonna end up being by yourself because you don't let nothing slide, because this, that, and the third. So what I had wanted to touch on you was somebody gonna want me for how I am.
Absolutely.
And I don't need
Absolutely.
to change mine. They say I got rules and I got stipulations, but they all good ones. You're not
But
gonna do
okay,
X,
so let
Y,
me
Z
say
for
this.
me.
Hold right there, because that's what you just said a mouthful. Because our preferences can like I like tall men, okay?
Mhm.
And I met this guy. He was me. We the same height, and he was an amazing guy. And I wouldn't talk to him because of my preference, because I wanted somebody 6'3". And he told me your preference is gonna make you miss your husband. So
That's
check
true.
this out.
But mine ain't preferences.
Hold
Mine
on.
is
I
no
brought my
fighting and cheating,
wait a minute,
no strip
hold
club.
on.
Not
I
that.
brought my height down some. So you can't get stuck on your preferences, because our
Right.
preferences came when we
Right.
were younger.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
we're different. We're older now, and we don't have a whole lot. We got more time behind us than we got in front of us. So
Well, that preference thing.
wait a minute, I'm
That,
gonna miss out on a man because he ain't 6'3", but he
Yeah.
can, but he can bust my back up for me, baby. No.
I think
Okay.
that preference thing came in because when we were younger, Roosevelt, Garfield, and all them, it was if you like me, I like you.
Yeah.
That was it.
But people didn't hardly like me because I was from the other side of the track.
Now,
Nelson
as
was on
social
the other side of the track.
social media came, and once social
Now she's
media
looking
start
for a
kicking in,
mention.
and then
You talking about I'm looking
and then
for
you
a mention
start
or
looking for
something.
and then you start looking for people who, or the song came out, what can you do for me lately, and
Lately.
stuff like that, and
Yeah.
it was a snowball effect rolling downhill. And then a lot of women started, well, I don't need a man and this type of stuff. Some
Yeah.
women started that, and so all that started evolving to the point where my man gotta have this, my woman
Yeah.
gotta be this. I've been cut that out a long time ago.
That's true. Okay.
I do have what I like, but I've learned, especially as I get older, I ain't got much choice here going on.
Right.
I
And
need
our
to find out
preferences
who.
change because having that good hair, a light skin with the good hair, you
Yeah,
know what?
yeah,
And then
yeah,
and he was 6'2", and I was
yeah.
supposed to marry him.
Treated you bad.
Okay.
Treated you
So
bad.
I got a question. I need everybody to think about this question. Okay. Everybody gonna answer this question. The question is, can you share a memorable, funny dating experience that highlights the difference in dating from men and women? A different date. Share a funny that might be funny for you, but not funny for a man, or just a funny, memorable dating that something happened that it was, because I got a couple of them, but something happened that was hilarious. Who want to go first? Go on, Miss Black Coffee.
Since we short on time,
Uh-huh.
I'm only gonna tell you.
We are short on time.
But I'm only gonna tell you one.
Okay.
Was dating online. This guy, height wasn't an issue for me. He told me, please don't wear your heels because I'm only so tall. I'm like, yeah. I say, how tall are you? He say 5'8". So we decided we were gonna meet up at Applebee's, And I called him on my way there, and he said, I'm in here buying some shoes. I said, oh, you decided to shop while you waiting on me? He said, no, I needed to buy some shoes so I can change out of these slides I got on. And I started laughing, but he had me on speakerphone. And I guess the girl behind the counter was trying to save me. She said, he ain't joking, honey. He ain't joking.
He got on slides.
He had on slides. So
wow.
I get to Applebee's and I see someone that looks kind of like the picture I saw on his profile. He said he was 5'8", and he was, but it was 5'8" around and not up. Okay. And
he was 58 in diameter, huh?
Right. He had on a dirty polo shirt with his collar tucked in. And a pair of wrinkled cargo shorts. And he still had on them slides.
Oh, he didn't buy no shoes.
I'm standing there so cute in my little summer dress. With my back on that, because I like folks to know I ain't got no back rolls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had on my little cute sandals with my toes all done. What in the hell am I doing here with this nigga? But I didn't leave. I had to eat because I was hungry.
You stayed for the meal.
Yeah, I ended up cussing him out before the night was over because
after the meal though. After the meal, after you ate though.
I was doing the meal. I got my credit card.
Okay. I'll be there.
I'm gonna pay for what I
want. Miss Wendy, come on, give us something hilarious that last day, because maybe I got a good one too. But give us that.
This ain't funny. I don't even know how this came about, but I was mad about that. So the last one, the one that then took the straw, I can't read. Now I know they say don't check phones and everything, and I don't even know how the phone thing came up. But I done came across some funny stuff, and I asked a question, and I was told I couldn't read. I was illiterate. And then I see a picture in the phone where somebody taking a picture of a young lady bent over at a hotel, and their reflection is in the mirror, and they said that ain't them. Now that was funny. So I'm blind and I can't read. So wow. That ain't you.
How
he was over 50.
He was over 50.
He was over 50.
His body was, but his mind wouldn't.
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
I guess the worst thing that happened was it was like Miss Black Coffee said, and I wasn't desperate. I'm never desperate, but I wanted to meet this person, and the location was pretty cool for me. Matter of fact, it was in Columbus, and so I was doing some training there. So I wanted to meet this person, and I told him, "Look, I'm in Columbus. I got some training here for a couple of weeks. Let's meet up." And we've been talking for about a good month, and so I gave her the location. So I get to the place, which I always do. If I say 5 o'clock, I'm there at 4, or at least I'm there early. So I get there early. It's in the hotel lobby by the bar, and I'm sitting at the bar, and I see 2 or 3 women come in, and I'm like, okay, they don't look nothing like what I'm looking at on my phone. And so finally, it's got a while. So she ends up calling. So I didn't want to pick my phone up because I'm thinking like, okay, if she in here, I don't see what it is. So I had the phone on the counter. So I just kind of tapped it in the speakerphone. She's like, "You in here?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I don't see you." And I said, I was back in the corner. And I said, "Where are you and what do you have on?" Man, this lady, and nothing against healthy or big, but she was big. And I mean, nothing against her, but that wasn't my type. That wasn't what
Well,
I
you
was
didn't get
looking
a full
for.
body picture. You ain't asked for a full body picture.
Well, the pictures were fake.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Because the pictures I was looking at and
so you got
going by, that's
catfish.
why that right. And that's why I say, when I seen the people the ladies coming in, I'm like, none of these ladies look like what I'm looking at here. So I never
Neck
did.
up.
Yeah, neck up. So I'm like, so when she called and I was like, "Yeah, I'm in here." I was like, "Are you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I've been here for a while." And I'm thinking like, okay, she gotta be one of them 3 or 4 that came in here. But if I was like, "Well, what do you have on?" And where are you? And she told me what she had on. And this woman was, it was, she wasn't, it was
Okay,
uncool. It was,
before you dig yourself in a hole with our healthy sisters,
I have no
you,
problem. I have no problem with a healthy sister or a big woman or whatever you want to call yourself. That's
Just
just
tell
not
the
my
truth.
preference. That's
yeah,
just not my preference.
well, you know what? Let me,
And that's not what she showed me. So if she's
okay,
showing me something different, she's got a lot to hide and she ain't happy with herself. So ain't nothing I can do to make her happy. And if she
Not,
lie about that, then
not.
I don't want to, I'm
I
not
was
going
about to
into
say,
this.
not only
Trust
what
that,
me.
you say, Black Coffee?
not only that though, because seriously, it's about integrity. If you gonna lie on that
Yeah,
and
you lie
you're
about
gonna
anything.
misrepresent yourself,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
how do I know that you won't misrepresent yourself in different
Absolutely.
areas of your life?
Absolutely.
I
A
don't
good
want
thought.
to
Okay.
get with
Yeah.
you and find
Yeah.
out you're a
Okay. So
scammer.
y'all know
They
what?
think I'm with you and send me to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. You
Yeah.
know what? Now I talked to this guy for about 2 months. We talked, we text, we did all that. So we decided to meet up. And I told him because I'm real comfortable with telling somebody what I want. And I said, when I see you, I'm just gonna walk up to you and stick my tongue in your mouth. Because we video chat. So
That sound like T. Lewis.
look, we video chat. So I knew what he looked like, and we talked we had many nights where we talked. So we meet at this club, and I walk up and I'm thinking, and I turn and I walk behind this guy, and it looked just like him because I seen the side view.
Oh no, Tanya.
I turned around and I just ran my tongue in his mouth, and he started kissing me back. And then the guy that I was really supposed to see, he tapped me on my
He's
shoulder.
like, "I'm over here."
And I was like,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh no.
so that was my
So
experience.
you had about a line of people waiting up to meet
Yeah.
you then. Everybody got in
Yeah.
line
I'm the
then.
kisser for the night.
People just got in line waiting to meet you then, huh?
They
Yeah.
thought it was a kissing booth.
Okay. So
I'm next. I'm next.
Right.
I really appreciate. Really appreciate each and every one of you. This time
Mm,
go by
it
so
does.
fast,
It does.
and I have
It
to
does.
have you all. Because you all are my. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. You're all on my fifth show,
Okay.
and it's
Okay.
better and better. Yeah, and I will have you guys back on. I'm being told I can go a little bit longer. My
Good. Good.
producer,
Good.
he been asleep all day, so now he want to keep him up all night. Because
But let me let me
I
he
let
got
me
funny.
something to
let me
say.
let me clarify
I
and
got
say,
you.
Miss Wendy, because I think you
Look,
getting
he
ready
gonna
to
get it
go
right with Miss
somewhere.
Wendy
I
now.
think she getting ready to go somewhere. And trust me, I need to help. I ain't no Billy D. Williams, and I ain't all put together well either. But I just think that if, like what Miss Black Coffee said, if you lie to me about that and
I
mislead
got
me
you.
with something like that, then I
Mm-hmm.
can't, your integrity is out the window with me. So I can't go any further with this. I can't trust you, and nothing else can ever
Yeah.
transpire from this because you lied from the beginning. And she
Okay,
wasn't ugly. she was just not my choice. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
everybody's choice. So
Nelson, let me ask you this. We have a question. Would it be intimidating to be involved with aggressive women like these three? I guess he's talking
no,
about
that's easy. Not at all. I
us.
wouldn't. I ain't scared of them. Nah. It would be.
Excuse
I
me.
like
There's a
that. I mean,
difference
to
between.
just no. They're confident. They're honest, and it may seem aggressive, but
Mhm.
they're just women. They're just women being open and letting it be known that this is who and what they like and what they don't like. No, that's very satisfactory to me. Not at
And
all
Okay,
there's a
so
intimidating.
difference
okay,
between
so let
being
me ask.
serious.
I got time to ask everybody another question.
Okay.
Okay, tell me. He said, "Y'all just women." He
No.
did, didn't he? Say that we just women.
I
But
Well, I
know.
mean, you are.
let
But
me
that
let me
title of
ask this
woman is
question.
amazing, and we
Yeah.
carry it well.
Oh
Wait a
no.
minute. Let me ask this question. If you found now, yeah, listen now. If you found somebody that you really enjoyed being with,
Mhm.
okay, really enjoyed being with, but the sex wasn't good at your age,
Can't
at
do
your
it.
age, black
Can't do
coffee,
it.
yes, black coffee, yesterday, because you only got about 5 more years of good sex.
Oh, no, we talking 15 with me. I don't know what you do. But listen, I have determined that the sexual experience is dictated by me, how good it is. So
Mm,
Ooh.
if brother don't know what he doing,
mm.
I can pull out a drawer and we can talk.
Oh,
Oh,
stop.
oh,
Stop.
Because we can go shopping together. We can do
Stop.
something. If everything else is in place, there are ways to improve the sex life because sex is much of that is mental.
because you know what, and I believe that black coffee. Because you know what, I can tell a man what I want. I can show if he's not doing it right. I'm like, baby, look, let me show you. I can, and with me, and even though if the penis don't stay hard, I have a way to turn both of us on to where it can get hard. You know what I'm saying? So
We can
No,
exchange
I don't know
notes.
what. No, I
We
don't know what you're saying. What you
a
saying?
sexual experience is dictated. DICK. Dated by.
Listen,
Okay. All right.
listen.
So hold on. Let Miss Wendy, what you think about that? Just if it wasn't
Mm-mm.
all there, but everything else was amazing.
See, y'all kind of looking at this as if
still being
just
I
men
spicy.
have
have
so many
problems.
things to say. Okay, so this is what my mom told me. I had an experience like that, but I did not know dude had got, you got shot in his leg or something, and something had something to do with his groins. And my mom was like, he is such a good dude. And I was like, She said, sex ain't everything. I said, Mom, how can
Mm,
you say that? Yes, it is, because at that time, I felt like I was a nympho. I wanted to do it
mm,
all the time with my mate, and I wanted him to be as active as I was. But
But I'm talking
right
mm.
about right
now,
now.
I
Right now.
I don't know, because I really want to feel it. I don't want it to fall out and all that stuff. I don't want to. And I'm being honest, and I'm so sorry, because that's not good. It ain't supposed to be like that, because you got them that say, I ain't packing down there, but I promise you I'll make you come and I'll make you feel good. And I'll be like, I know, but once you do all of that, who don't want some pound? You know,
Mm.
that's my
I
thought on
can't.
that.
I
So
mean that.
Okay. All right, Nelson, I'm coming to you. Okay. So you know,
If
sex
I'd
is
have known
wait,
this, I
hold on,
should have got me some
hold on.
liquor. I should
Wait,
have had
hold
some
on,
liquor
hold on.
here. I need a drink right
Sex is
now.
in a woman's mind. Okay. And mentally, I can take myself to a point where I can be so turned on with someone while
Hmm.
turning myself on. I can make them more turned on because I'm in control. I'm in my head, and I'm all the way there thinking of how I'm gonna make both of us just You know what I'm saying? So
Now listen,
I love that part. You know what? Yeah, you can make me come, okay, and I'm gonna show you how. So, or I'd rather have an orgasm than a come. A woman rather have an orgasm than a
Yes,
come. And if y'all didn't know this, you heard it
definitely.
from Tanya. We
It's a
rather have an
difference.
orgasm, and most of the time,
It's a difference.
penetration don't give us an orgasm.
I get that. I
Okay,
get that.
I was in my late 40s when I had my best sexual experience.
okay,
Experiences.
and it was an
Mm.
orgasm, right?
It wasn't just about the orgasm, though. We connected on a mental level, we connected on a
Yeah.
physical level, and we
Yes.
connected on a spiritual level. And
Yes.
I swear, every time we got together, I don't know what special it was about him and what he did, but every time we got together, I was dehydrated by the time we finished. You know what I mean, ladies?
That's my
Right.
girl. That's good stuff.
Okay, Nelson. Okay, come on, you can answer this question for us.
To that question, I don't
Not to
think I
the
could.
orgasm question, but
No.
as a
To
woman,
if we had a great time and we're good together, but the sex was bad, could I
but
stay
not
with
bad.
them?
It just wasn't. It did not take you there.
That's bad. That's bad.
Okay.
If you ain't taking me there, or if I ain't taking you there, that's bad.
Okay.
To me, no. Even at my age, I'm still good. I still know what a woman wants. I still know how to please a woman. I still know what it takes. I still know how to ask questions if not. You still know how to listen for sounds. You still know how to feel movements on how they do things. So once you figure that out, you're in there. But
Okay.
yeah, it's
And I
so
like
if
the
it
way you said that, Nelson, because every woman is different. So you got to
yeah.
listen to the moans. But you know what? But I'm a person. I'm verbal. I like that right there. Don't stop. Don't you stop right.
Don't so
That's it.
yeah. I mean, that's all you got to do. I mean, as a man, I know,
Don't move.
it ain't like I've
Right
been with a
there.
whole lot, but
Oh,
I know a woman. You just got to feel their body. You just got to feel their
yeah.
body out. You got to see how they react to when you
So
touch
that's
them.
being selfless in the bed, because if you are just thinking about yourself, you can't read those
Oh
signs.
yeah, you'll be done in a minute. Yeah, you'll be done. You'll be done in a minute. It won't, but
I
it ain't. And that's another thing too, because going back to what you said as far as dating multiple people, that could be
Yes.
a problem because
Yes.
you're not necessarily having sex with these multiple people, but you probably having sex with two, maybe three of them.
Mhm.
So that's that's spreading
Nelson, you can
yourself
do
pretty.
3 people.
I
I
mean, it
I
ain't impossible.
look,
It ain't,
look. We
it,
need to talk about what enhancement you using, bro.
a heart. I got a
That's a
big
lot.
heart. That's it. I ain't
That's
using.
a lot.
You
I'm
got a big heart.
no
That's a
nothing.
lot.
I take nothing. I take no. I'm not saying. I'm saying, and as far as what I'm using, I'm just using Moby. That's all I'm using. That's it. It's just me. I've been blessed. God's been good to me. Maybe I was well preserved. I don't know what it is, but a lot of it has to do with the same way a woman feels. If I feel for you, if I like you, if I want you, then I don't need to take no pill. I don't need to do
Oh,
this. I
say
don't need to
that.
do that. So my thing is that it's got to be if I'm spreading myself and not if I'm trying to date 6 or 7 women. First of all, that's gonna get expensive. Second of all, I'm spreading myself thin. I can't go to work. I can't work. I got to do this. I'm traveling in and out of town. I got to go here, go there because I'm not going to always having the woman come to me, come to my house. I want to go
Right.
out of town. I want to go to different places. So if I just take it down to one, I can give her my all, and if it don't work, then I can move on. But
Nelson, if there was more men like you out there, more men like you out
well,
there, it
there
wouldn't, hold on,
are,
it
there
wouldn't be
are.
so many of us that are still dating,
That's
and we're in a pool of 100 per man,
there's
like
some
Miss
truth
Whitney
to
said.
that. There is some truth to that, but yet still, we're outnumbered. We're totally outnumbered. Whether
But
It's
you
there's
true.
different.
still only doing one.
That's
Even
it.
though
I
you,
mean, that's it. I mean, back in the days, that flip flop training, juggling, and all that. Man, I got to go to work.
because
I
y'all
got to
know
pay for my.
Nelson
I
was the shit in our hometown, and
I believe it.
women gonna be on this YouTube talking about where Nelson at.
I believe it.
Nelson's
I
at
believe it.
home. Nelson, he getting ready to go to work. But see, the thing of it is that I was raised. You know that I was raised by
Yes,
women. My
yes,
mother, my three older sisters, and I
yes, you
mean,
were.
you say men like me, we're out there, we're around. But a lot of us are doing it differently. We're all
Mhm.
different, and we do about it differently. And that's why I say communication and transparency is a big plus. Of course, God is number one. But if you're open and honest with these people, because a lot of women, I can only speak on the women because I ain't talking to men, but a lot of women are out there lying. And a good man is going to spot that lie soon. And when he
Okay,
spot
and what
that
you say,
lie,
Miss Wendy? Hold on. What you say, Miss Wendy? A lot of men out there lying and what?
But and I
absolutely.
had wanted to touch on you. Yeah, they lying now. But I had wanted to touch on you about the big girl. You know that you could have been the inspiration. You know how many people is you seen two big old people together and they done lost 800 pounds between the two of them? You never know. I used to
Perfect.
want the muscle bound ones, the one that worked out, the stripper body ones. They ain't want me. I'm full figure and sexy. They want the chick that's going to the gym with them and everything. I used to be like, well, dang, why
But
he don't want me? And that's what I like.
you know
But
what that
you
mean?
know,
You know what
he
that
could have been the
mean?
inspiration for
Hold
me
on,
to be like,
Nelson.
I like you, baby. Come on and come to the
That
gym with me. But he didn't give me a
all
chance
that
Nelson,
because
mean,
hold
I
on,
was a
hold
fat broad.
on.
all
Okay,
that
okay,
mean is they was the wrong one for you.
okay, and I
That's
got
all
that.
that
Miss
mean.
Black Coffee. Hold on, Black
That's it.
Coffee. What you got to say about that?
Ladies, I want y'all to back me up on this if it's true.
Mm-hmm.
For you, because for me, if I'm into you already and you make me feel confident sexually that you are attracted to me sexually,
Hmm.
I'm gonna blow the top off your head on purpose.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Every
I'm
time.
I'm
And
gonna
that,
come in with my French maid uniform on with the fishnet stockings and the high heel shoes.
I appreciate
and that's
that.
what I mean.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Now I know for a woman, it's a little
On
different
purpose.
about the inner feelings. I don't know,
No.
but I know that it's
Oh,
different than a man. And I know that once we see a woman, we know pretty much. I know whether or not, ooh, I want to see what that's about right away. But it's way more than that now. It's
Mhm.
not just about that. It's I gotta have more than that because, like I said, I'm not gonna try to juggle her and two or three more.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Nelson, give
find
me
out.
three. Hold on, give me three things that is so that turns you on about a woman, not sexually, that turns you on by the woman that makes you stop in your track and you want to get to know her or you want to be committed to just her.
I
Give
mean,
me three things.
first off is looks. I mean, because we like what we like. Can't help that. But can she talk? Can she hold a conversation? Is
Okay,
she
the
down
third
at the
thing.
end of yeah, is she down at the end of the bar just cussing, throwing them back and this type of stuff? And then how she carry herself. How she
Okay,
carry herself when she's out
okay,
and about and how she's dressed. I mean,
okay.
sometimes you can be
Hold on. You
underdressed
gave
or
me your
overdressed.
three. Hold on, you gave me your three. Hold on, because
Right.
I'm running out of time.
All right.
Black Coffee. Give me three things. I think we lost Miss Wendy. Give
Yeah, I
me
think when she
three
gone.
things that you
Some little young guy that came in and snatched her up out of there. She
listen
got
to me. Give
Listen,
me three things that a guy that turns you on. She's
blow
going
the
to
top.
blow the top off. Go ahead.
well, see, mine is kind of, it's I need a warm smile.
One
Mm,
style.
I need
Okay.
intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I need a man with class and character.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Absolutely.
So you know what? I love my love language is conversation. If we can just talk before sex, after sex, during sex, and we communicate well, that is I love to a man
Mm,
that will talk to me, that'll tell me his feelings, because most
mm-hmm.
men don't tell you their feelings. I love a man
Absolutely.
that get deep and tell me, you know what, I was thinking this today, I was thinking about you. That's real simple. Or you know what, I did this for you because I thought you might like it. That
Yeah.
ain't making you no chump. That ain't it's just it's letting us know. So now it's time for me to do my final thought, y'all, because I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm going over.
Appreciate you. We love you. Thank you.
And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I gotta have y'all back. This was great. I gotta have y'all back. As we wrap up this lively debate on dating after 50, it's clear that love knows no ages. Whether it's the perspective of a man or a woman, what truly matters is the connection we build and understanding that we share. Acknowledge that anxiety is common in any age, especially when you're entering the dating scene later in life. Sharing stories can help individuals feel isolated, like we share stories tonight. Suggest talking to understand personal desires, boundaries, and past experience. We talked about that as well, y'all. This can build confidence and clarity. Remind individuals that dating is often a journey with ups and downs. Setting achievable goals can reduce pressure. Shift the focus from finding a serious relationship, because that's what I did, y'all. I used to always look for a relationship. Always told a man, our marriage is my intention. If you ain't ready to get married, da-da-da-da-da. I used to do that. So remind, it said, remind individuals that dating is often a journey with ups. No, I'm sorry. I lost my way, y'all, because I got in there. Shift the focus from finding a serious relationship to enjoying the process of meeting new people and making connections. Let's embrace this wisdom that comes with experience. Remain open to new possibilities. Remember that every relationship is unique. So as you step back into the dating world, keep these conversations alive and continue to learn from each other until the next time. You know what, guys, don't ever give up on love. I love loving one person. I love being with one person. And I ain't gonna never give that. That's my final. That's my final. If I can't find that in my final, then God didn't put me on this earth for me to go out by myself, as well as you all. The companionship of just having somebody. When sex is gone, you have companionship.
Absolutely.
Sometimes that intimacy and that companionship turns me on. If I can just lay there and you rub my leg and we're talking about something, that is what women embrace. Men, if you learn that more and embrace that woman, she won't have time for her mind to wander off. Women, if you with that man and you let him know how you feel and how he feel and what can you do to make his day better. I ain't saying be his slave. I'm saying let him know. Walk through that house with them thongs on and walk past and go, oof, and watch. This is Tonya from the Diary of Dating Over 50. We're gonna come back next week. I'm talking to bosses. How bosses date. Because most bosses are alpha women. And I'm an alpha woman, but I love being submissive. Can these three ladies be submissive? We're gonna find out next week. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Love you. Have an amazing day. And I'm out. Thank you.